And any second now. Or there we are.
Hey,
There we are, I guess.
how
Yes.
you doing,
See,
Josh?
yeah, Josh Munin and Stone Sour and
Yeah,
John
John
McJunkin
McJunkin is here.
and a few
K
others
Munin
hiding
is here.
from us. As we,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay.
Hey, Stone
As we,
Sour, how you doing? How are y'all doing? Hope y'all having a good day this Saturday.
mhm.
Hope it's been going good, pleasant, quiet, not too much going on. Hope you had a pleasant week. A week not too eventful. And if it was eventful, it was good events.
Yeah.
Hey, Robert.
Exciting, like carnival eventful, not like house burning down eventful. And Raynard is here. Glad
Hey,
you could make
Raynard.
it.
Hey, how
As
you
we let
doing?
some people trickle in and give it a moment to catch up
Yeah,
to
yeah.
our Saturday Night Live.
Saturday
Saturday.
night.
Any good pickups lately? Not
No,
really.
we didn't really do
Mhm.
nothing this week to do pickups.
As we don't have any shows even planned until like June.
June 1st, and
So
we're not going to do anything before June 1st
yeah,
because we want to go out, and it's the toy fair, retro toy
swap.
swap,
Yeah.
and they usually have some real good stuff, so we want to save our pennies and go to that and hopefully
Yeah.
find some great and wonderful things. And then also in June is
Joe Fest.
Joe Fest. So we want to save our pennies for that because there's some vendors coming that we know, and we want to get some things from them. So we're going to save up our pennies and do that. So kind of backing off for the next couple
Mm-hmm.
weeks. Hope you're having a great Saturday, you guys. The
Yeah.
museum is looking
Is it
good.
Eric
Thank
Peters
you.
here and
Hey,
Pete
Eric.
Butler and DC. I can't see the whole
Oh,
thing. It's okay. DC Ohend MD.
Cohen. We're
Oh, is
just going
it
to call him
D
Cohen.
Cohen?
Yes.
Oh, D Cohen DMD. He's a dentist,
Yes.
doctor of dental medicine.
Doctor of
Or
dental medicine.
Yeah.
Got to keep them fangs
We
right.
make holes in teeth. No, that was the Cavity Creeps. Remember the commercial in the? It was in the 80s. We make holes in teeth, and they had like it was like a city, and the walls of the city, the castle, were teeth instead of like regular castle walls and battlements, and the Cavity people would come, and the Cavity Creeps would attack the teeth, and it was the Crest Force would kill them with their toothpaste weapons. You don't remember those commercials? Come on, somebody help me out here.
I worked with a girl that believed chewing gum, like you chew the gum and then you can pop it.
Mm-hmm.
She thought that because I used to pop gum, I love chewing gum so I could pop it. She was like, "You have holes in your teeth," and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It was like every time she thought that when you pop the gum, it was because holes were in your teeth. And I'm like, you kidding? She was dead serious. She truly, truly believed
Was
that.
she like 5?
No.
Oh.
We worked together.
Well, oh, no.
And I'm like, that's not true. You pop the gum by just the way you do it.
The little air bubbles get trapped in the gum.
Nope. She swore up and down that the popping was because you had holes in your teeth.
Yep.
So I was like, I like when you change up the view a bit. Yeah, we try to move it around so you can see different things. Because sometimes, y'all will point something out. David will go grab it and talk about it. So we try to move around a little bit so that different things can be seen. Is a way of doing like a mini tour. He does his tours during the week or his highlights. He highlight a certain toy. Hey, Alpha Tryon.
Alpha Tryon is here.
So this way, while we're sitting here, something might catch your eye, and you say, "Hey, what's that?" Or "Can you talk about this? Explain that." So that's why we do that.
Yeah, I
try to change it up a little bit.
I get requests from time to time, and sometimes I can do it. So yeah, and I did a couple this week already.
Yeah,
I did a couple this week, or in this past week. Well, it's still this week because it's Saturday.
It's the end of the week.
It's the end of the week.
Yeah,
because the week starts Sunday. And I had done, I did JJ Arms.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people had never heard of JJ Arms, and that's a crazy story. And he's an ideal of action figure, but he's compatible with like Big Jim.
Oh, okay.
He's in the Big Jim range.
Big Jim
And
family.
he's yeah, and I got him sitting over here actually. Mm-hmm. It's JJ Arms in his biokinetic hands. So
that's the one that's a real person, right? He has saved the boy.
Yeah, JJ Arms is a real person. As far as I know, he's still alive. Ideal made these in 1976. They made just the one figure. Oh, Robert, you saw that. I'll show that in a minute. I have, because I made a short. But they made it in 1976. They only made the one figure and one vehicle. And it's the mobile investigation unit, because JJ Arms was a real person. He's a private detective. And the whole thing with the biokinetic hands, you see he's got all those hand change outs, is because they're prosthetic. The real JJ Arms does not have hands. He lost them when he was like 12 or 13 years old, stealing, what do they call them? Railroad torpedoes.
What's a railroad torpedo?
Railroad torpedo is an explosive disc that they used to set on the tracks as a signal for the driver, or to let people know if a train is moving on the yard. But they're pretty powerful. So the kids back in the day, kids would steal them because you could blow it up real good. Only it blew up real good while he was still holding them when he was stealing them, and he lost both of his hands. And he grew up and became a private investigator, and he got famous for God, who was it? Trying to remember who it was. I said it in the video.
Yeah, some famous person.
It was a famous person that he was on the case of finding their kid, and you know, he got on talk shows and stuff. He credits himself to a lot of TV shows, but you can't find any of them but Hawaii Five-0. You know, a lot of bravado and bragging and stuff. And, you know, just to give you an idea there. So if you had your Big Jims, he could hang around with Big Jim. This is Josh, I think, right? I forget. He needs his arms washed. But he could hang out with Big Jim and be compatible with them. But just interesting, because that was what the second figure that Ideal had made of an actual person. Or third. No, the third one doesn't count, because they also did the Mr. Rogers stuff, but they didn't make a Mr. Rogers. They did Neighborhood of Make-Believe figures. But of course, everybody knows they did Evel Knievel. It was one of Ideal's biggest action figure lines. He was a bendy. This one's actually jointed, though.
Okay.
Just a, you know, really cool history. It was a real actual person.
JJ Arms lived 10 minutes away from Stone Sour.
Does he?
When in El Paso, Texas.
Marlon Brando, thank you, Stone Sour says.
Hey John, how are you?
Yeah,
and Patrick is here.
Yeah,
hey
thanks
Patrick.
for joining us. Oh, we're catching up a couple
I know.
here. Meemaw says they received a JJ Arms a couple of years ago. I never had one as a kid, but I was born without a hand. Ooh. And I was fascinated by the ads. And it was Marlon Brando. Yes, I couldn't think
Marlon
of it off
Brando's
the top of my head.
daughter got kidnapped?
Yeah, or son. I think it was, was kidnapped, and he was one of the people that was hired for the investigation. It says he's heard of kids doing dumb things, but stealing explosives is over the line. Yeah, from the railroad too.
Yeah,
that's a federal offense, stealing from the railroad.
It is.
It's not something to fool around with.
Yeah.
And Brick Update is here. Yeah. It's interesting. It's kind of neat because you can change his hands out. He has all these neat little attachments that you can do stuff with. Like he's got like suction cup hands, and he's got a magnet hand, and he's got a pistol hand and a sword and all kinds of stuff that you could plug in there. So it's kind of cool for for a child play value.
Dr. Cohen says that he started the Playmate Skeleton Warriors line, and it's doable. Yeah, they're still pretty cheap. Yeah. They're still in that affordable range.
Yeah, the two, one is a horse and one is a sky cycle, and those are the most expensive things you're going to find, but even those are fairly reasonable.
Madonna was in Dick Tracy?
Yes, in the live action in the 1990s, early 90s.
I knew they did a movie, but I didn't realize Madonna was in it. We're watching Flash Gordon from when, the 30s, the live action Flash Gordon that came out.
The serial.
It's pretty lame.
The one that was filmed in Germany
Yeah.
Not the that's the one where every episode's a different episode. The serial version is an ongoing story. The traditional serial version's much better than that. But Eric Peter was asking about the Dick Tracy. Yeah, there was an upsurge of trying to revitalize those 30s and 40s characters in the early part of the 90s.
Yeah.
So they did a Dick Tracy movie. They did the Phantom.
Yeah.
They
Flash
did,
Gordon.
Yeah, they did. Well, Flash Gordon was done in the 80s.
Oh.
There was an 80s one. The 80s one is like phenomenally classic now because it's so cheesy, but it's hilarious. They did The Shadow in the 90s.
With what's that guy? The one that killed that girl and got off.
Alec Balwi.
Alec Balwi.
Yeah, but they tried to breathe some life back into those characters, but it's just too far removed from the days of radio, and people didn't really take it seriously. Fading away, dying. It's a lot of those franchises are dying or dead. Like Popeye technically is a dying franchise.
It's already dead.
Yeah, there's some nostalgia to the action figures. Like Mezco puts a figure out and everybody's like, yay, and that's cool.
Then it fizzles real quick.
Popeye's not really going to come back. Raggedy Ann and Andy.
That's long gone.
Yeah, there's a bunch
Holly Hobbit.
Peanuts is dying.
Yeah. All of those characters from Strawberry Shortcake, like Starbright. Oh, her name, the girl, Rainbow Bright.
They're taking a final heave ho to try to revitalize Garfield now.
Yeah, with the new movie.
Anything like newspaper strip related is pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Because it's there are no more newspapers, so it's not as easy to introduce it to audiences anymore.
Between JJ Arms,
book
Oscar,
update.
Briefcase.
Yeah, because he does have a briefcase that he can keep all his hands in.
Okay, what's up with the kittens? Robert wants to know what's up with your cats.
Okay, hold on. I will pull the short
hey,
up.
Johnny.
I will share. Oh, Johnny Future's here.
Yeah. Peter Butler's here.
Yeah, Uncarded Reviews. Yeah, Warren Beatty, Madonna, and Sean Penn. That's right. And Pete Butler says if you like the old Buck Rogers, try watching Commando Cody. And Uncarded says Jude Law and Angela Jolie were in The Rocketeer, or was Sky Captain in The World Tomorrow. I remember The Rocketeer. I don't think I saw The Rocketeer. But I'll share this real quick. Let me see if I can pull this up, because I did a short, and then I'll explain about the kittens, because we take care of cats. We help stray cats. Well, we have I know I got to get to the content page.
No.
We have more. Basically, we have we now have some more. Goodness, it's not doing right. Let me expand. No, that's too much. I don't know why it won't do it normally. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so pause. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share the screen, and then I can show you what he's talking about. And that's the kittens. And I'll run the video there.
In our backyard. A stray has come and had some babies. Incredible. 5 of them. 5 more mouths to feed. Look what we have discovered in our backyard.
Yep, a mama found us, and
a stray has come and had some babies.
That's too much.
Incredible.
And they're barely opening their eyes. They're very, very, very little. Very, very
5
little.
more mouths to feed.
But that's what we've stumbled over.
Look what we have discovered.
That's what we've stumbled over.